answer questions. While I'm waiting for you to come on, I'm just going to read you a wonderful quote, and it's Idris Elba, the actor, and he says, "The problem with a lot of people is that they get rejected by a job they want or a person they like. Then their self becomes shattered in an instant because they don't have an abundant mindset." You see, when you have an abundance mindset and you get rejected, it's okay, because you tell yourself, tomorrow I will find 10 other jobs and I will meet 10 other new people. You always have possibilities. So that's from Idris, and there is another wonderful little reading that I will read while I am waiting for you to come on, and this is about love. And it says, "The desire to be loved is the last illusion. Give it up and you will be free." Hello, Dewey. Hello, Bira. RB, good afternoon to you. SMRK2, hello to you. Ignito. Okay, let's start the questions. I keep manifesting that anything I mention in conversation just as a normal thing, it cancels out whatever I tell them about. Okay. What's your question, darling? You got to ask questions, okay? Tanya, hey, back at you. Hello to you. As in, I'll talk about a new job and then all my jobs fall through. Okay. So ask yourself, how am I talking about the job? Am I being negative or am I saying positive things about it? Because it's going to have a big impact on what you manifest, you see. Hi, Agnes, any tips for detachment? Well, yeah, doing the statement, I surrender, I let go, doing Ho'oponopono, and practicing the letting go through the Andrew breathing technique. That's a good one to do. Okay. So try some of those. There's a whole Ho'oponopono playlist channel. And also, if you just go to YouTube, put my name and put the word attachment, I have done some YouTubes on it. So you can listen to those as well, because there's probably some things I've forgotten and that might help you. Sidra, Agnes, I want my partner to bring his parents and finalize wedding date. Do I visualize this or do Ho'opono for them? What is the path of least resistance? I would do both, Sidra. I would do both and let go. If you've got me trying to force and make it happen, I would let go of doing any of that. Okay? As in outward stuff. Patricia, I am free of a 5-year SP obsession using self-love because I follow your channel. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm glad you're free of that, Patricia. That's difficult, isn't it? Well done to you for understanding the importance of self-love. Really great. Ignito, I have a belief of when I tell people stuff, it falls through. Well, there you go. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So stop telling stuff until your job comes through. Okay. Hello, Jim. RB, I am ashamed of where I've gotten myself. This grief that's hit me from my past running, it's caught up to me. Yeah. It does, except now it's being my partner that I prayed for, and I'm so paranoid and horrible. Okay, well, I'll probably spend some time, maybe a few times a week, allowing yourself the space to feel the grief, write it out, maybe even spend time, just wrap yourself up in a blanket on the bed and allow it to come out. Okay? Really important to process our emotions. And then you can be more present in the relationship. Okay? We need to release grief. We need to release pain from the past. But that is stuff our partners can't help us with. And if we put too much onto them, it does end up affecting the relationship. So make some special time, RB, to do just that. Johnny, new here. What's going on? We're doing a Q&A, darling. We're doing a Q&A. Usually it's about manifesting, about the law of attraction, the law of assumption, about relationships, about wanting to manifest a specific person, about wanting to manifest a dream job, more money, more freedom, more happiness, all of that. That's what we're doing. Welcome, Johnny. SMRK2. How did you manifest having income without an alarm? Good question. I'd like to do that, but having difficulty starting. Look, I'm a night owl, so I just couldn't deal with 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m. alarm clocks to get to work. So that was a big desire of mine. So what did I do? I started to look at what can I do that I can do from home, because I wanted to travel and work. So if you go SMRK2, if you go to, I'm not sure what country you're in, go to Google and then put career aptitude tests. They're these little tests you can do online for free. They ask you a whole bunch of different questions. Then from all the data, the answers, they then tell you what you would be good at. Okay? From that, have a look and see if any of those things are working remotely or working hybrid, and see if you can hop into those things. Because those tests are fantastic for giving you ideas about, hey, I never thought about industry, because sometimes you don't know what people do within certain industries, you see. I've got a playlist on this channel called Business and Business Startups, where I'm having discussions with people that had maybe an idea, but they hadn't started, they didn't know what to do, and decided to, have a bit of a brainstorming with me, and we recorded those sessions and we put them up on this channel. So have a listen to those, and in the Dream Job playlist as well, have a look at those. And there's 2 videos, there's a part 1 and a part 2, and they're called How Doing the Work You Love, that kind of thing. Okay, put those keywords and you'll see 2 videos I did. Someone just asked me about that this morning. So it's interesting you're talking about it too. So have a look at that. And there's also dream job meditations, okay? So you can do the end dream job meditations, even though you may not know exactly. I mean, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to hear that thing in the morning, and I wanted to be free, and I knew I didn't want to work standing up anymore, because I'd worked in childcare, I'd worked in interior design, in big, shoppers, and I just wanted to sit down. So I had written those 2 things. I want to sit for work, and I don't want to hear the alarm clock. That's all I had on my list at the time. Very simple. So you start where you're at. RB, I am so childish, and when I become upset, I can't see my own paranoid delusions and think he's out to get me, but he's just trying to love me. Okay. Well, maybe when you're in that state, stay away from that so that they can not be the whipping board for emotions. Okay, say I'm going to go into my room, I just need some space, and process your stuff. Okay? Sidra, and yes, I love your spirit, you taught me so much. Thank you. Very nice, Sidra. I hope your journey is wonderful and continues. Zanet, about what you were now, do you feel that seeking a relationship is already a mistake in some way, since it mostly comes from not feeling love, perceived lack of love? Well, I think you can get into a state of feeling really loved and you're quite happy alone. But it'd be nice to share something with somebody, you know, to come home to someone. I don't have well, I don't think there's anything wrong with our human desire to want to be with someone, but it's, yeah, you got to check out, is it coming from because I'm lonely or I want to be loved? If it comes from any of that, you got to work on that first, I think, to attract the best relationship. Okay? Yeah, that's a good little quote from Idris. I love that. It's one I keep in the photos on my phone, and I read it from time to time because it's just excellent. Jessica, hi Agnes, if I do self-love, can I still manifest my SP back? Not sure if I have to visualize us together. No, you can just do self-love. Remember, if you're in a state of I'm unloved, you will attract the 3D, which shows you I'm unloved. If you're in a state of I am love, then that will reflect back to you the fact that you are loved. Thing is your state of being, and the love state is the best state. And that is really the only work you need to do, the majority of the work you need to do. Okay? Okay, let me just go back. John wanted to ask, if I believe my specific person, never been with her, is messing me around and avoiding meeting up, if I set a boundary about that and walk, is the match ruined? No, not necessarily. I think sometimes we have to set boundaries with people. I just did a video on boundaries yesterday. Have a look at the boundaries videos that I've done. That's part of self-respect, okay? When people are messing you around, don't allow it, you know? I mean, I said to someone once, look, just honor your word. And if you're not, stop contacting me. Bang. Really clear. Navi. A random stranger sent me £400 through TikTok because I commented that I was trusting God and they said they wanted to help me. Biggest miracle ever. Isn't that beautiful? That's wonderful. Well done, Navi. Nice. Money comes from known and unknown sources. Tanya. And yes, I'm trying to manifest my dream life and script about it and visualize it with my vision board. Wonderful. How do I stop myself from getting desperate for it or for it to happen faster? Are there signs I'm close? Well, I would surrender and stop trying to force. It's, you know, it's easy to go into, I want it to happen faster, but it happens at the right time. And impatience is a handbrake. Let go, fill your day with things that make you feel good in the meantime, and get your focus off it as best you can. Okay? Deneen, hi, and yes, this is actually the first time I get to join a live. Nice. Hi, Deneen. Thank you. I have been deciding on focusing on self-love, but I can't seem to be consistent. That bothers me. Anything I can do? Consistent, do you mean? And if that's the case, set alarms on your phone that remind you to do it, and then you just do it. Consistency makes a world of difference with self-love. MRK2, I'm in the US. Okay, definitely those tests. Yep, definitely did those tests trying to find work and interviewing, but it's still work in progress. Live in HCOL. I don't know what that is, darling. I'm over here in England. We don't always know all the same abbreviations, so you can expand and let me know what that is. My pleasure for answering it. Tree S. Hello, and yes, sending you loads of love and hugs. Loads! I love that. Jamie Oliver always says that. Loads! Your wisdom and guidance has always shed light on life and cured them. Thanks a lot for your work. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. What a nice thing. I'm glad you are having a good start to 2025 by the sound of it. When we first got into the relationship, was stable, self-love, and I didn't seek love. Now it's serious. These wounds have come out, and I keep running away from our relationship instead of working with him. Well, you got to work on you and then step towards the person. But, you know, we've all got wounds. We've all got issues. No one's issue free. No one's wound free. So, you know, it's okay to share those things, but it's not about waiting for someone to fix it for you. You've got to make sure that you're not in that childlike state, because that then pushes the other person away. Okay? Hazel, hi Agnes, any suggestions for changing the night owl habit? I like to get up early, so the lack of sleep is terrible. I've been having a hard time convincing myself to go to bed at a decent hour. Well, I would suggest getting off tech early, doing a meditation, whether you do it on your phone with hands in bed. You got to wind down. Okay, because if you are getting up early and then staying up late, you are sleep deprived, and that's going to make you exhausted. That's going to make it incredibly difficult to manifest whatever it is that you want. The energy of exhaustion is way down here. It's a low energy, okay? Abi, thank you so much. I already feel more guided than I did before. No problem, no problem. Patricia Martinez, I love your book's recommendations. I'm reading Honda's book now. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm rereading that at the moment, just a half an hour. It is such a simple book about money and the energy of money. And yeah, he's a very good writer. Enjoy, Patricia. Yeah, I'm enjoying it too for the third time. So every time I read it, well, just like any, you reread and you hear something new. Nor, what are you from? I'm assuming you mean where, not what. I am born in the south of France. I lived in Australia for 35 years. I lived in Canada for 16 years, and I'm in England. So my accent that you hear is my Australian accent. I've lived in 4 countries, so it gets a little bit mixed up, the accent, but my French accent has been gone for a long time. But that's my roots. Agnes Nagy, hello fellow Agnes. My goodness, it's rare that I meet someone with my name. I think I've met 3 in my lifetime. Hello to you. I just passed my exam with the help of Neville. Oh, that's fabulous. I took away the importance of the exam. During it, I kept telling myself everything I write is the right answer. Nice work. Love that you shared that in this Q&A. Wonderful. Sachin, what if border and economy becomes a barrier for love? Well, economy, I'm assuming you mean you don't have enough money. Visualize, live in the end of having money to travel. I'm not sure about what you mean by border. Is it that you can't get out? I mean, I know during COVID a lot of us were stuck, but is it a particular issue? I can't really answer that part without knowing more, Sachin. Tanya, thank you, Agnes, you're right. Need to let go and trust the process. Yeah, no forcing, ever. East, okay, can you make a guided meditation for forgiveness for best? And we have a breakup asking for forgiveness and forgiving her and her family. I would, East 03, that's what the Ho'oponopono meditations are for. So I'm going to direct you to those. Okay, there's an 8-hour one, there's a 45-minute one. They've both got the same thumbnail of an old woman with her hands like this. So can I send you that way? Because I have a long list of requests for meditations, and it's just too much. I'm not taking any more requests at the moment, okay? Patricia, I just denied a freelance work because I don't like the company. It makes me feel sick physically. Yeah, I'm working on myself to manifest something better. The right move. I do. Even though in the short term it might escalate a bit of like, what are you doing? You had an opportunity. No, there are some companies, some businesses, some organizations that just go no. Say to Source, I have rejected this. Show me the next one. I'm ready. Open the way for my perfect work from the perfect company. Okay? RB. Thank you so much, Agnes, for your kindness, patience, and advice. Deeply appreciated. I'm going to put this to work, these pieces of advice. There you go. My pleasure, RB. My pleasure. Parneet, how old are you? 8. Rick Astor. High cost of living. Okay, high cost of living. Okay, let me go back to your other, because I've forgotten walking about Rick. I have pretty short attention span. Okay, just a sec. I'm just scrolling back. I must have missed it. Bear with me, everyone. Bear with me. Okay, Rick, there's not a million. I don't see your comment anymore, Rick. I don't know where it's gone. Can you write me the whole thing again, Rick? Copy and paste it, and then I can get back to it. Abby, 1 day a week to process the grief a lump in blanket. Yeah, or 2. You know, like you do 2 1 hour or something. Just when you're in grief, it's nice to be wrapped up and warm and, you know, I don't know if you're in winter or summer, but it's getting yourself so that you feel secure and you feel loved and nurtured. I think getting into bed with a nice cozy blanket, maybe an electric blanket if it's winter where you are, and really allowing yourself to grow from the gut, because it's those big deep cries that release all that pain. Okay, Deneen, thank you for answering. And yes, I kept switching because I want my SP, and I think when he does me, I get desperate. Okay, well, the desperation is in you. He didn't cause that. He can fix it. Okay, that's your childhood stuff. Feeling the fear, well, because you think love is over there. And if they don't contact you, you feel like you are not getting any love, and then you get desperate. That's a lack of self-love at that moment. I'm not saying you've got a lack of self-love all the time, but in that moment when that happens, your interpretation is what's hurting you. You got to let go of people contacting you when you think they should contact you and get on with your own life. And also, if you feel anxious and desperate or lonely, work on your self-love meditations, affirmations. That is not, they didn't cure, let me say it again, they didn't cause that, they can't cure it. Okay, even a text isn't going to fix it. So you've got to work on your inside abandonment. Have a look at the meditations I've done. Just put my name, and actually just put my name into the YouTube search bar and put abandonment, and you'll see everything on that. Okay? Meet. What's manifestation exactly? Manifestation is, here I am, I want that, and I'm going to do techniques, law of attraction, law of assumption, visualizing, vision board, script, affirming, meditation to draw it to me. That's manifestation. Rose Nanny. And yes, I let go of the thought that he has feelings for someone else by doing Ho'oponopono and replacing your repetitive, habitual, negative thought patterns. Okay? It's just... I mean, is there actually someone there, or it's all in your head and it's just a really deep fear? I suppose if you could tell me that, that would help. W. George. Hello, Agnes. Good evening. How to embody the identity of the person being loved? By being the person that is loved. I mean, when I did it, I used to just do I am very, very loved thousands of times a day. Thousands a day, because I didn't feel it at that time. W. George. So it really is practice until you really reprogram and brainwash yourself that that's the case. Okay? Meet, I don't know why your question keeps coming up the same, so I'm going to remove it because it's just the same question. Might have just been an accident. East Oath. Yes, all right. I just want to let go of resentment and hatred for her family, because apart from 4 bad phases, our good days were best. Okay, well, put your focus on the good days. Write down a little journal of all the good days. You've got to focus on the solution, what feels good, and get your focus off the problem and what feels bad. Okay? JJ, how to do Ho'oponopono to forgive a guy, promised me of marriage and then blocked me and disappeared. I don't want him in my life and I wasn't really hurt. Well, I would just set the intention before that. Okay, I want to do Ho'oponopono on this particular thing. And then you just, it's like you set your intention to infinite intelligence and then you do it. Okay? And then you just do it for a while. It's nice to do it when you go on a walk, Ho'oponopono, because you can breathe in fresh air, you can look at plants, people's houses, wherever you're walking. And then it is about just doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. It's a good practice. I do it in the morning for 45 minutes before I just do it as I'm hatching because I'm a slow hatcher. Okay. Fauzan, love your content. Thank you, Fauzan. Big hugs. Where are you in the world? Hazel, when someone owes you money and they aren't honoring the payment agreement, what would be good affirmation to address the situation and resolve the financial issues them not paying causing? Yeah, I know that's hard not to get resentful about, isn't it? I think don't rob them of the opportunity of them paying you. Bless them with lots of money, bless them with what they need, and say to yourself, I love how they honor their word. I love how they honor their word. And then imagine however much the money is, imagine that figure, and then ask yourself, if they had paid me back, would they do a direct deposit? Would I see it in my bank account? Would I see it in an envelope and they'd give it to me in person? Would they pay me through PayPal? Like, how would they pay me? And then imagine that particular thing over and over and over and just go, oh, it's so great to have my money back. And do that over and over and over. Okay, when you get a resentment towards someone for not paying, it gridlocks you into them not paying. You got to wish the very best to them financially. Okay, try that, Hazel. Abi, could you please tell me just a simple affirmation I can repeat to myself when I'm in the sudden grief phase? I surrender, I let go. I surrender, I let go. Surrender, I let go. That's enough, because it's hard to do affirmations when you're in grief. So that, keep it really simple. Okay? Patricia, Ho'oponopono makes miracles when we're angry or feeling grunge. I'm not sure what grunge is for someone, or even old jobs for me. Thanks for the tip. I like grunge. What's that? What is that, Patricia? Please let me know. Sounds like something the Grinch would have, the Grinch who stole Christmas. Deneen, oh, bless you, Agnes. Thank you so much. I will surely try it, because I don't like the feeling of not being able to work. Not being able to work on me. Yeah. Okay, cool. Try it. Yeah, see how you go. Computer skill. Okay, if you're going to ask questions like that, darling, I'm going to be removing them because that's not what we're talking about. Okay. Hey, Agnes, I have successfully manifested my SP. However, sometimes I feel like it's always consistent. How do I make sure it is a consistent thing? Well, you've got to be consistent with love. You've got to be consistent in feeling the state of love. That's how you get consistency on side. You have to reflect the consistency first. Not wait for them to be consistent for you to feel secure. Also, Vindy, try not to look for security in a SP. Bring your feeling of security towards your SP. They're not there to make you feel secure, okay? Okay, I'm going to answer a few more questions. I'm going to have my dinner. Audra, just want to tell you thank you. Been watching your videos for years and they've really helped me. My pleasure, Audra, my pleasure. Rose Nanny, Agnes, what's your thoughts on tarot card readings while manifesting? Yeah, I'm not a fan of any external systems that supposedly tell you your future, okay? Once you know that you are a conscious creator and you put your energies into that, you find you go of looking for a middleman, because what you're doing is you're looking for reassurance, you see, because you don't feel secure, because you don't feel loved, you don't feel wealthy, you don't feel good enough. So you hand your power over to these people. I don't recommend tarot or mediums or psychics or numerology. And look, I did all that myself. I'm not saying I've never done it. And I think that I used to do it myself because I didn't feel like, I was thinking, I can't do this, or I'm not going to be able to manifest or whatever. But the more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the less you go to these people. Okay? So that's just my, I mean, it was a stepping stone for me. So if you go, I do understand. Oh, Dewey, you're slow hatcher too. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of us. But we live in a morning person world. So why a lot of us have to step off the wheel and work from home remotely. Can't go out there at 7 o'clock in the morning. Patricia, I'm a nocturne person as you, and when I wake up in the morning, I always have bad thoughts, a little bad mood. Is affirmation a good way to solve? Patricia, I've been like that for years. So I do Ho'oponopono for 45 minutes, so I don't have that anymore. As soon as I slightly get awake, it's like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And then I can't be negative. I'm doing that, you see. Really helps. And it's easier than affirmations, I think. Or you can do I am love or something like that if you prefer. But it's blocking out the repetitive habit. JJ, thank you. Why do you think I attracted a pro liar like him? He lied in literally everything about himself. Because you would have the belief all men are liars. Men can't be trusted. I don't trust men. You got to know what beliefs you hold about men and in particular about him. Okay? Grudge, Patricia. Oh, that was very funny. Hazel, thank you so much. Yes, your channel and content and you, of course, have been such a blessing. My pleasure, Hazel. I try to just be of service, That's what I'm here for. That's what the channel's for. I try and make it as little about me and myself, unless it's to share my experience to help you. That's the important thing, is paying things forward. And a lot of people help me over the years. So it's like, actually pay it forward because I'm doing better. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to give back after people have given to you over the years. That's the thing that really gives me joy. Denisha, how do you keep going when you want to give up sometimes? You practice surrender and letting go. Remember, it's not, I got to keep going. Okay? You got to surrender and let go. And if you are in control or force, or really look at surrender. And have a look at Michael Singer's Surrender. Go to Singer, Singer. He's fantastic for surrender if you want to really listen to surrender videos and discussions. He's probably the best that I know for that topic. Someone's written, Agnes, so happy to catch you live. Cheers from London. I'm not sure who you are. I'm in 2 at the moment. Where are you in London? I'm on the north side. How can I manifest £1 million sponsor for app? Well, create an imaginal scene. Do it every day, about 5 weeks. Feel the joy of how good that would be. And then see what infinite intelligence brings to you and who they bring into your life. It's always possible. JS, since the human life form can't perceive the full picture and consciousness as a whole is actually the whole universe, then you are you and the others are others. What causes separation? Childbirth? People wanting to have kids? And then we all split off into little pieces. I know that's probably not the scientific answer you were looking for, if that's what you were looking for, but that's just my view. Patricia, thank you, Agnes. My pleasure, my pleasure. Try S and astrology. Oh, yes, I forgot astrology. Yes, horoscope too doesn't have any value until we believe them and give away our power. Yeah, I mean, astrology, I can see with astrology, like if you know someone that's a Leo or a Capricorn or a Scorpio or whatever, sometimes when you read the traits, you can actually see those traits in that person. So, but I don't base my whole life on any of those. But astrology is probably the one that I would find a little bit more interesting because it looks at the character and character traits, so you can actually cross-check what they're saying, people that you know, or yourself, or your SP, or your brother and sister, whatever. So yeah, I wouldn't base my life on it, but a little bit of reading here and there I think is a big problem. But I wouldn't be, looking at those horoscopes. They say, oh, today you're going to have the greatest love of your life and you're going to manifest X amount of money. It's like, well, anyone could say that, So it's taking it with a pinch of salt, I would say. Loveness, I keep attracting only narcissistic. I have taken therapy and healing as well, but now I'm not able to manifest any partner in my life at all. I'm a great person, beautiful, good career. That matters. How good are you at being in a state of love on your own? That's what attracts a good partner. Okay? Put your energy into that. JJ, thank you. RB, I'm from Leeds, also from the north. Ah, hello to you in Leeds. I hope it's a bit nicer weather than it is here today. Goodness me. Ida, hello. Layla, thank you very much, Agnes, for everything. My pleasure. There is Lubna's. I did a whole playlist on narcissism. I interviewed a woman that is all she does. A woman called Jen in New Zealand. Just put narcissism or narcissistic after my name and you will see there's a whole playlist and it'll show you all the videos I've done on that. Hopefully that'll help you a little bit. Ida, oh, you're in Kenya. My goodness, I would love to go there. Wow. Addie, where am I from? France? You must have hopped in later from France. South of France I was born, but as you can hear from my accent, it is Australian because I lived there for 32 years. RB, no, it's freezing. Yeah. Yeah. I've been practicing RB. I'm not going to complain about the weather. I'm going to be happy irregardless of it. That's my challenge for 2025 because I'm a real hot person. So I'm going to really refrain from my comments about the weather. Good evening to you, RB. Take care. Lots of love to you too. All right, everyone. I will be here again next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday at the same time. It just depends on my coaching work, but I will do one of those. I will always post it in the community tab on, the Sunday or the Monday, so you know which day I'll be on if you want to come and join me. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your sharing, and lots of love to you. And I will see you next week.